for some reason the broadcast just decided to stop. So hopefully I'll be able to continue broadcasting for the next couple of hours without interruption again. Keep forgetting those frickin' berries. They call them fire crackle berries, I believe. And they're crazy. Why did it do that? Big Fred's Barbecue Shack. Alright. Oh shit. That fox scared me. And I scared it, apparently. Alright. Been detected, so I might as well just do my thing. As it were. Beer hat! Awesome. I actually been looking for one of those. Alright. I can take the veil off for now. There we go. Hello, Fox. Hello, Leland Winston, huh? Cool. You're welcome. We're all over the place, it's just nobody wants to admit that we exist, so. I mean, the Log Cabin Republicans, as a group, have been around for frickin' ever, so. Yeah, I'm bi too, as well as being a trans man, so I understand that. It's actually harder to be bi in the LGBT community than people like to admit, but Oh yeah, I am so not going over there. Female to male. That's why my voice sounds like I'm like 16, even though I'm turning 39 next month. I'm not ashamed of who I am and what I've been through and everything. So I talk about everything. Plus, I know that being open to talking about it and keeping logical and rational tends to help more people understand uh, who and what I am than just saying to F off or whatever. So yeah, it really helped to like I said in my comment to talk to therapists, do research, find out more about what it was that I was feeling and going through and everything. I live in California, and they took away the requirements for therapy and stuff from starting hormone transition, which I thought was the wrong thing to do, but I'm the minority, so, they weren't listening to me, and I did it anyway, just to make sure that I knew what I was doing and getting in for. So I also, while I was transitioning, I share this, but I didn't, Twitter's such a small space to talk about shit. When I first started my transitioning, the actual hormone transition, I'd come out as trans well before that and started talking to family and friends and everything. But I was going through chemo and radiation therapies for cancer because the doctors discovered that I had either uterine or cervical cancer. They didn't know which, and because they couldn't figure out where it started, because it was stage 3 when they discovered it accidentally during a completely unrelated surgery. So the only things that I've been having to fight with to transition is my medical coverage. It keeps getting all wonky, and I lose my hormones, and then have to fight back and forth for it. In fact, I've recently had to redo getting a hormone doctor and everything, and the doctor that I'm currently seeing, well, she's not a doctor, she's a PA, keeps trying to hint at maybe I'm having all these troubles because God doesn't want me to do it. And I'm just like, I was raised Christian, but I'm not Christian. I'm not, any religion. I try to be a good person, treat people like I want to be treated and everything, but she shouldn't be hinting at that in any way, but she's left it alone after we had this semi under the radar argument during one of my visits, where she said what she had said about my hormone problems. No, I'm agnostic. I'm not atheist. I believe in something. I just don't think that even any one true religion is truly correct. Because if you look at Christianity, if you look at Buddhism isn't a religion, but if you look at Buddhism, if you look at a lot of the philosophies and faiths in the world, a good portion of them all share the same underlying themes and rules. Be good to each other, be a good person, don't steal, don't kill, unless you're in defense of yourself or whatever, So I just follow the basic principles, as it were. It's just like a lot of Christians, well, I wouldn't say Christians in general, the hardcore ones, like you saw probably in the comments, they like to pick and choose the rules and philosophies of Jesus and God in the Bible. And what's funny is that the Ten Commandments were Old Testament, and Jesus actually said in some of his teachings and his philosophies that he talked about in the Bible to his followers that those rules had been changed or you know, eased up upon by by his Father, and that his sacrifice made it so that nobody would go to hell anymore as long as they tried to live their life as best as they could. And it basically meant that as long as you didn't intentionally kill anybody and feel no remorse like a psychopath, or continue to steal and think you were righteous and just in doing so for whatever reason that you make up, that you're going to go to heaven. That's the way it is. And I don't like people picking and choosing and everything like that. And I know too much about what the Catholic Church has done in general to be able to follow that brand of Catholicism or Christ's teachings and stuff like that. It's just my mom and my grandfather and my whole family. My grandfather was raised Baptist, for Christ's sake, and he's the one that when I was taking care of him that really pushed into my head to research, to look, to know, and if it doesn't feel right to you, then don't do it. So I actually jokingly call myself an agnostic Jew because there are some Judea teachings that I like the sound of and the philosophy behind. Like in some Judeo followers, there's no hell. There's limbo. I'm gonna get my ass handed to me in a second. Yep. I fucking hate Scorched Beasts. Ah, man, this is gonna suck. Well, my Twitter. I can't get to my phone right now, and this game is doesn't pause because it's basically a like an MMO, and so if I tried to pause in order to get to my phone right now, I'd die, like more than I already am. I hate Scorched Beasts. I hate Scorched Beasts. That's the flying thing that keeps like screeching at me. Yes, Scorched Beasts. Damn. That's why I ended up attracting trouble. Harper's Ferry, really? Oh, fuck my life. I've been here before with a different character. Drop. Eat. That. Drop. Thelma said thank you. I have a hard time finding anybody in California that wants to associate with me or anything. Or even date me, for Christ's sake. It's like being conservative makes me a leper. So... get It's down this way. To get that off the... There we go. Oh, good, I can move freely now. Yay! Yeah, I was born and raised here. I live in Northern California in Sacramento, the capital. But over the last, I don't know how long it's been. Probably about 20, 30 years, really. Bay Area people have been moving into Sacramento. Sacramento used to be fairly conservative compared to the Bay Area and beyond. But since all the Bay Area people have been moving here to get away from all the stuff that's going on there because of all the stupid policies that they put in place, it's been causing a lot of issues here for conservatives. And then, of course, there's, all sorts of, class and race warfare because of it, and it's so stupid. I grew up in a part of town where white kids were actually the minority, and in the neighborhoods and schools and stuff, and I don't fucking care what you look like. It's how you treat me and how you treat other people that I care about. And now it's hard to make friends with anybody around here. So it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, San Francisco sucks ass. I've been there. A couple of friends of mine dragged me to gay pride and stuff, and I couldn't handle it. I was like, there was this older gentleman, old enough to fucking know better, walking around butt ass naked in a leather, harness and a leather hat. And I'm just like, I don't want to see your junk, And then freaking aggressive, drugged out homeless people. It's horrible. Yeah, go ahead, yeah. I'll talk to you later. Nice meeting you too. Yeah, peace out, man. Letter to... Oh, here we go. Okay. Curly Diego Dolly Alma. Okay, so... C-U-D-I-D-O. Yo. Okay, so... Short hair, under the desk, simple gloves recommended. This guy was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs about his cats. The fuck am I supposed to... Okay, hold on. This is... One, two, three, four, five. That's so weird. Okay. Okay, this is something I'm probably gonna have to look up, because... Alright. That's my friend Georgia back. Alright, let's see here. Fallout 76. That sinking feeling terminal. Okay. 11:17. Okay. Yay! Thank you. Spirits and ghosts. Ghost field research. First shrimp hunting and real. Thank you so much to Fallout.gamepedia.com. That is what I used to look up to look up how to solve that. Well, I'm looking something else up. Okay. I'll put it to the side until I'm done. First, representing a real phenomenon, the evidence on interacting with the spirit was undeniable. We brought an old General Atomics radio, ghost phone. Yeah, Mom? Oh, I thought you said hello. Oh, okay. I look after my mom. Hello, Ducky. Damn. That's somebody's house. Hey! Hey! Hold on, my dog's having a conniption. I'm looking. It's just somebody on a bicycle. It's okay. That's kind of cool. No! Enough! just wanted to put it on my map because I play in adventure mode and don't ever play in survival mode. I don't like PvP, but I can fast travel back over here at any time. Kind of wish you could make these to like make not buy from the atomic shop, make tents to do like, you know, and tents to do like quick camping. Like you set it down on the ground, there's a cooking station and an all-in-one, you know, tool shop type thing where you can do fixing your armor, fixing your weapons, making ammo, and then a tent so you can you know, rest safely for X amount of time, and then once you leave a certain radius of the camp, it auto destructs. You know, kind of like the brown paper bags with our stuff in it. Those do eventually go away, you know, that kind of thing. There's the sunken church. Pray, and I'm also going to knowing my luck, this is gonna be like a Wendigo or big ass horde of ghouls or something. Someone else fell in. His name's Mickey. We had some tremors, shifted the earth a lot. Mickey came tumbling to the skylight. Mickey says crazy things, but I'm beginning to believe him. Said the world is shit. It's over. Said he's in a gang of chefs and keeps telling me there's only one way we survive, and he'll teach me. I don't know how I feel about Mickey. Day 90. Been thinking a lot about Ray and Laura. Never got to visit their new place over in Welsh. God, I hope they're okay. Wish I got tell Ray about me debunking the sheep squash. But do you know something I didn't? I can't get that thought out of my mind. Dear Lord, Mickey killed Kevin. He choked the life out of him while he was sleeping. He said Kevin needed to die for us to live. I can't do this. Someone help me. He said we had to. He said Mickey made me. I'm so sorry. Someone please help me. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fucking Wendigo. Oh, great. I'm probably gonna get my ass handed to me. But new day. Kevin was weak. Mickey was weak. I am strong. I took all their strength from them. I see the daylight now. I don't want to leave. I don't need to. I will wait here, wait for the weak to find their way to me. I will consume their strength, they will become stronger, I will survive this world. Oh my god, that is exactly how the Wendigos see it. Ramp. And why am I not doing any damage to it? Come on. Hello, thank you. Been hitting the button. Come on. Thank you. Mounted Wendigo head, okay. Didn't mean to drop the... There it is. I know I've seen them before, but Scoop became a Wendigo. So not cool. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my camp for a short while. I'm down here. And then, cannot trust fast travel when there's enemies nearby. What's that? Oh. Okay. I'm gonna fast travel to my camp, and I'm going to go and, getting back to a friend of mine. I was going to go on to my MyFitnessPal app and put in my snacks. I'm gonna get popsicle. See, I had ham and Swiss croissants for breakfast. I had beef noodle soup with 2 slices of toasted whole wheat bread with butter on them. And then for dinner I had 18 pieces of jumbo popcorn chicken and some French fries. And then for a snack I had some Suzy Q's and 3 popsicles. And I'm actually under 100 calories for the day. I end up not losing weight technically, but not, gaining fat. I'm gaining muscle. So it's like really hard to judge sometimes. But yeah, this is my place. I'm, as you can see, I'm in the process of putting the eggs down, just because I think they're awesome. I would never make it through the HOA evaluation for multiple different reasons, including the fact that I have my house up in the air. Crossbow looks like it does a pretty decent amount of damage. I'll see what I can do with it. I've got a bunch of legendaries in my stash that are taking up a ton of room, weight-wise. It's driving me crazy because I very rarely, if ever, have an issue with space in my stash until recently. And it's just because of all the freaking legendaries I'm hauling around or putting in there to trade with the new guy that's going to be coming in. Damn, don't have any quantum and I need more corn too. Okay. I could have sworn I had quantum. Hence the reason why I was gathering so much wood. I know, but I'm in my camp. It doesn't matter if I drain my AP. I'll show you guys around in a second. I want to just make sure that I create all the things I need to create. Everything. Now, I always set up, I'm going to start from the bottom. Now, I always set up for company. The only thing that, the 2 things that are locked in this setup is my extractor, and my personal bedroom, which I'll show you. Okay, so I chose this location specifically because of the junk pile. I wanted to have you know, unlimited junk coming in, because sometimes I can run out of certain things, and it's makes it simple. So I've got the small purifier, which caps out at 2, because the bigger purifiers require you know, a standing water pond or river or whatever. You, for those of you who don't know, most of you do know how this works. So, this place is easily defensible. The only, other than mole rat every once in a while, the only other enemies that I run into are bees from that tree over there, which is why there is a turret right there. And as you can see, it does get attacked fairly often. But I still put down defenses, both down below, as you can see here, and all along the outside of my camp to try to deter griefers a little bit, but also just in case. I'm one of those people that I like being conscientious about the fact that I need to make sure that the random enemies don't fuck with my shit. So give me a second, I'm gonna there we go. Okay, so so yeah, that one. And then I'll do that one over here, and then I'll do the onyx one over here, and it'll be done. I just have to find frickin' concrete. Anyway, so as you can see, friends welcome. I've got the party poster and the sheep squash poster for those who didn't get them themselves or need to do it. I've got the radio and the stash out here. I've got the only thing I'm missing is power armor station, but that's because my character doesn't have power armor currently and also hasn't found the plan. A guest bed and piano so that they can get well rested and well tuned. Like I said, everything is accessible here and to help out the random traveler. And then I've got my personal area, which has got the Deathclaw, the new flooring, I like that. The Deathclaw rug, the Welcome Home sign, my favorite painting in 4 and in this game. My own personal bed, of course, the Mini Nuke mobile, and then the posters I like there that kind of fit with the mobile and all that stuff. I've got a little bit of the scaffolding there, not the scaffolding, but the tower leaking into my build. This is why part of the reason why I wouldn't make it through an HOA thing. My favorite lamp, the clock, which drives me crazy. My bunny, which I can't put on the bed, but whatever. My favorite plants on the sideboard there, which is kind of like a nightstand. But that and the extractor are the only 2 things that I lock away from random players. I have encountered griefers, not since I moved here and not since they put the new survival mode up, but I have run into griefers before wanting to mess up my place. And I really, truthfully don't understand the mentality of griefing people, but that's just because I'm who I am. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go up into my personal bedroom area in my build here in my camp, and crouch. That'll make it so that people can't actually see me on the map, so they can't see where my camp is. And then I'm gonna take my dishes into the kitchen and get myself a popsicle. Now, just because I'm not moving doesn't mean I can't talk to you guys. Let me put up my bed boy there, so it doesn't start spinning. So The reason why Mr. Leland Winston came and talked to me, as he pointed out, was because he had seen a Twitter post that I did. It's actually a reply to Candace Owens. She put in a Twitter comment about Charlize Theron, putting, because her 3-year-old, 4-year-old child, or whatever, wants to be a girl, that she's going to allow them to transition at such a young age. And I told them my history, that I knew I was trans when I was young, when I was 18. And that before that, I was just awkward. I thought I was a butch lesbian and all that stuff. It was just very awkward. Anyway, because I didn't know what I was feeling, and I chose something that was the closest thing to what I was feeling, which was butch lesbian, which was not right, because as you heard me earlier in the stream talk about the fact that I'm bi. In fact, I prefer men. So it's it's an interesting story. I had a friend growing up. He was my best friend, and I was at his house. Technically, it's his apartment, and even though we were like young, it was technically his dad's apartment. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna use that more often. Hold on a second. Anyway, I put some Mio into my water. I don't drink so much soda much anymore, and when I do, it's non-caffeine, like diet root beer or Sprite or whatever. Anyway, so I was at his house, and he had a friend over. I don't remember this gentleman's name. I don't even know if they still decided to transition later, but there was a trans guy there, and female to male, and I was talking to him about his experiences and why he just had come to the conclusion that he was trans, and everything, just because I was curious, not because I was trying to equate him to me or anything like that, but I wanted to know more information. I wanted to hear his perspectives and everything like that. Well, his stories and his reasons and stuff all rang true to me as well, and we had some of the same feelings and experiences with it, and like never quite fitting in, never quite feeling that this is what it was, and everything. And so I was like, wow, I'm trans, and so hold on a second, I gotta get my chair. And so I told my best friend and my mom. Now, my best friend remembered his reaction but my mom doesn't. I don't blame her. It was a very traumatic time period in her life. But she lost her shit, and so did my friend. They both threatened to disown me. Didn't want to associate with me. It was a very hard time all around. And so I went back into the proverbial closet, as it were. I told him I was sorry, I was just confused. I'm actually just a butch lesbian and everything, which was funny because my friend teased me because even though I kept saying that I was gay, I kept fooling around with guys. Anyway, so you know what? I could do that while I'm talking and eating my popsicle. And lay down on the bed, get well rested. So I'm navigating with one hand. Anyway, so I went back into the proverbial closet and tried to basically be as much myself as I could while making sure that everybody else in my life was okay with me. I didn't have a whole lot of other support at that time other than my best friend and my mom. My grandparents were around, but I didn't live with them. I lived with my mom and everything. So, and my best friend was my only close friend that I had. Um, he's no longer a friend of mine. Our lives diverged. Anyway, so I eventually got into my early 20s, and my grandparents needed me to live with them to help take care of my grandmother, and then my grandfather needed me to help take care of himself, you know, after my grandmother passed away. And I'm not going to get into all that, but they allowed me to express myself any way I wanted. Get my hair cut short and spiky, bleach the tips, whatever, right? Keep in mind this is all during the late 90s, early 2000s. And eventually I told my grandfather. And he was surprisingly okay with it. I mean, this is a 75-year-old guy that was raised during the end of the Great Depression and during the first... he was born in 1935, you know. So... he was very surprisingly open-minded and supportive of things. I mean, he had a sister who was gay, but you know, trans was a whole new thing, you know. But he was basically like, you know, I don't care what you are, you know, I love you anyway. And my mom's like that now too. And I can't do any mods to it. I can repair it though, and put it in my stash until I can have, because that's the first crossbow I've run across in this game. I'm not gonna scrap it and pray I get, you know, mods for it when they do. But I'm not gonna haul it around with me for right now, because I only have excuse me, a finite amount of crossbow bolts for it right now. Oh, I wonder how much it costs to make bolts at the Tinker's Bench. How much... Anyway. So, okay, I'm gonna play with it then. I'll put my pistol away and grab the crossbow. Anyway, so I eventually completely came out to my mom while we were living here together after my grandfather passed away and everything, and then started talking to people at work that I was acquaintances with and such about myself. And then from there, I mentioned the cancer and everything, and I legally changed my name. My actual name is Derek. G is the first letter of my last name, and so I changed my first, middle, and last name. And I talked to my mom about names and everything like that, and we were going to go with a variation of my birth name, but it was just too close to my birth name, and people kept getting confused, and it didn't feel right, so I changed it to Derek, and spelled differently in honor of a man that my mom loved in her life, and that I considered a good, positive male role model in my life. My middle name is after my grandfather. And so from there, I've been doing therapy and stuff like that. I was doing all that stuff while everything else was going on too. And then I've been hormone transitioning for about a couple years on and off though. See, and the off part's not my choice. I'm not trying to do what a lot of other trendy trans people do, and I'm not trying to go softcore or anything like that. I want to be on hormones, full time, do it, but my insurance keeps going all funky, and it's making it hard to keep access to my hormones properly. Plus, because of my weight, which I'm working on, and fairly effectively, actually, this time, it's hard for me to. I can't do my own hormone shots. I need to be able to go into a doctor's office and have them do it every week, which is another hard thing to do, because my insurance sometimes goes, no, you can't do this, But I've been working on getting it all worked out again, getting an actual hormone doctor involved again, so that I can get my blood tests and stuff done, so that I can monitor everything, make sure that I'm not harming my body too harshly with the treatments, all that stuff. And I'm also working on getting my Social Security, my birth certificate changed, so I can get my Social Security into the right name and get all that other paperwork and everything, etc., changed. That part's actually the hardest part, because I keep forgetting how to do the paperwork. Alright, let's see. I gotta get on my phone real quick to check and see if my friend wrote back, and to also I just told her that I had to turn my notifications on my phone off, because my Twitter notifications, when my phone's locked, were blowing up my phone and causing a battery drain. And so I didn't want to keep getting interrupted, because every time my phone goes off, I have to go and look and see what it is, just because I am trying to be more interactive. What's funny is that there's a lot of people arguing back and forth on my what I said in my tweet, and I don't even have to say anything much anymore. I like the things that I see that I like. Lots of sharing. People are sharing it. I keep getting more Twitter followers from it. I don't know what to do with it. I'm flattered and in awe, if that makes any sense. Let's see. Okay, but I need to find the other quest. I hate this game. Oh, my popsicle's dripping all over me. Hold on. It's a sugar-free popsicle. There we go. Excuse me. Okay, so I have to find a friend in need, and it says last week there were 2 quests on the wiki, and in the files that were complete they were a friend in need and a perfect getaway. I had a feeling that they would be activated this week, and they are now, or at least some portions of them are now, I think. Toxic Mary's Meet and Go just northwest Berkeley Springs. You'll find the location and a mysterious quest that will give you a mystery meat plan. So I need to I need to go back to my Toxic Larry's page that I had open. Second. Pardon me. It's gotta be over there somewhere, according to what I'm seeing on the slate here. And they're supposed to be like the CH Monthly October and stuff like that. So, background, Toxic Larry. Points of interest. Appearances, yeah, references, nothing there. Okay. So I'm going to fast travel. I'm not fast travel Harper's Ferry. Fucking crazy. Where is that? Huh. That's weird. Not bad, just weird. Okay, so I'm gonna fast travel there. I know that costs a lot of caps, but I've got a good amount of caps, and I can get more by doing events and other quests and stuff. Caps aren't hard to get, especially if you don't need resources or plans from scrapping weapons. You can just grab weapons and sell them off. Believe it or not, Nuka-Cola and Nuka Dark and Nuka Orange and all those different Nuka-Cola flavors and stuff can net you some pretty good caps. I mean, yeah, if you drink it, you get a cap, but if you sell your Nuka-Cola, you get more. You get like I think the minimum was 3, and I don't think I have. Yeah, see, I've got Hard Bargain, but so plus if I really want to make caps fast, I can just keep going down into the Mothman area next to where my camp is. I can't remember the name of the town. Hold on. I can go into Point Pleasant and grab a bunch of Mothman eggs, make Mothman omelets, and then go and sell those. Because those, especially with my hard bargains perk card, I can get like 130 something, 150 caps for like 20 or 30 omelets. And if I do that every day and I don't eat the omelets...
Malfunction detected. Unit is immobile.
Crap. That was awesome, though. Oh. It takes forever to load. But it's kind of like the railway rifle, in the fact that you can get some of your ammo back. Idle explosives.
PBS unit Boomer requesting repairs. Greetings, able-bodied citizen. Under Law Enforcement Code D-4793, you are now a deputy of the Berkeley Springs Police Department. It is now your responsibility as an able-bodied citizen to carry out the duty of this bomb disposal unit, codenamed Boomer. Information will be uploaded to your Pip-Boy. Locate and recover the explosive device or devices to fulfill your civic duty.
Okay.
Good luck, citizen. Your chance of success is 47.93%.
Okay, I'll do that in a second.
Running diagnostics. Malfunction reconfirmed. BBS unit still immobile.
I'm supposed to go that way for the quest. I'm gonna do that in a second. I gotta... gotta look around a little
Precinct
bit.
unresponsive. Request for repairs failed.
Hold on, I gotta... get rid of the radworms. Pickaxe Pilsner.
Civic duties are their own reward.
Okay, so...
Precinct
it said that there
unresponsive.
was...
Request
you know,
for repairs.
when I was reading
failed.
on the wiki, or Wicca, or whatever, that there was a note next to the daily quest giver, but I don't see nothing, so I'm gonna go and do this before I try to go to where my marker is. Yeah, graphics glitch. It's a texture glitch. What's really sad is there's basically hub flowers everywhere. And, fucking... they're called soot flowers in this. Oh, okay. I'm going this way. And, I can't make jet. Or Psycho. Probably could make Psycho with the soot flowers if I could find the schematic or plan for it, but... Trying to stay under the radar when it comes to that frickin' Death Claw and the Scorched. What the hell is that over there? Don't, just follow. Where is this taking me? Okay. unknown cave over there. Unmarked cave, anyway. I tried a few different Mio flavors, going back to what I was saying to my mom about the flavor and everything. I tried strawberry watermelon, didn't like it. Tried lemonade, didn't like it at all. It's actually really sad. Liked the mucho mango flavor from Arizona iced teas. And so I was getting frustrated because I want to drink more water, but I we can't afford to buy bottled water, so we have to use tap water for the most part. And so I was getting really irritated because I want to be able to, like I said, drink more water, and the best way for me to do that Valley Galleria, huh? I remember this place. Is to put some kind of water enhancer, flavor enhancer in it. And so I finally tried the tangerine orange flavor today. Ended up liking it. Mom said after I tried the other two flavors and got frustrated, she's like, well, try this one. You might like this one. I'm like, maybe, And she was right. I ended up liking it. I just need the gnomes. They're concrete. I'm being snuggled by puppies. Thank you. Crap. This must not be the place where I'm supposed to be going, because it says I need to go through another door, and there's, the time it does that is when you need to go back outside. It's okay. Oh, it's so sweet. He wants to cuddle and sleep on me while I rub his tummy. Yeah. Still not. It's still saying to go through there. I'm not going through there. Why does it say go in there and then it... Fine. I'll just follow the little thing. Hello. Out. Chill, duck. You were all ready to just lay down and snuggle when I mentioned it and talked about you. Okay, now they're showing. This game, I swear, sometimes. part of the No Pie Club, as they say on Twitter. It's got scorched all over in here. This is a nice weapon and everything, but it takes too long. It's okay, Duck Duck. I wish my indicator hadn't disappeared. There we go. And it's back. You know what? Fuck this. I'm in here. I know there's lots of cool shit in here. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna stay hidden, but I'm gonna look around. Hold on, guys. Sorry guys, I was responding back to a friend on PS4. Good boy. Wait, I know there's benches here. Get open bird, and I get open bird. How? It's gotta be in a place on the other side of the wall or something. If not, I'll come back, try to find it. Really? That was the leader of the area. knew I was going to end up overburdened. Oh. No bueno. I don't speak fluent Spanish, but I know some words. I wonder where the trigger is. I'm not allowed to disassemble those because I don't have the perk card. Which is stupid because you don't need a special perk or anything like that in 4 to undo booby traps if you are smart enough to catch them before they go off. But whatever. You do in this one. Okay, back down. You gonna abandon me because I'm not petting you? I'm sorry. Okay, there might be somebody else here. Going back the way I came because I'm going to be investigating the other areas. Electronics store. House squares. Well, we're at.
Somehow, I survived the night. Not sure how those things haven't found me yet, but I won't complain. And lucky me, I found some old candy bars and a new coat. Can't tell if life's toying with me or not. Because if it's gonna keep me fed just to throw me to the wolves, God, I'm gonna have some words when I get to them pearly gates. I did some reflecting last night. Thought about how stupid it is I'm in this whole situation. Account of some girl. Just stupid. But, hell, she's smart. Smarter than I'll ever be. And nice. I never did meet a girl that would give me the time of day. Well, on no account. All I wanted is to give Ella those flowers she wanted for experiments. No, sorry. God damn it, Ella. What the shit hell am I doing here? Breathe, damn you. Now you can do this. This is Jacob Lerner, probably soon to be deceased, on account of some crazy whack job scientist chasing after some goddamn planes. If anyone finds this, here's my last name. Want my baseball mitt to go to Scott? All my smokes and liquor for you, Carly. Let's see here. My snack cakes, those for you, Charlie. No. Strike that. And screw you, Charlie. I'll have the reason I'm in this mess to begin with.
now time to go upstairs, but I'm gonna do it through the homeware store. I forgot about this this place actually had 2 stories. Fuck my life, really? I might have to go back down and around. It just doesn't have an exit up here. Might as well just keep upright with my light on. Cool, give me a sight rifle. Assault rifle. And I leveled up. Cool. Alright. Hold on a second, I gotta go and check my thing here. Right. Right. I'm building a heavy gunner build, so I need a strength of 14. The only place that I fucked up with points so far is perception. I only really need one, and that's just to have green thumb. But I'll fix that part of it once I've gotten past level 50, because once you hit level 51, basically, you don't have to worry about that. That would probably help me out. Wrong way. Could have sworn there was at least one workbench in here somewhere. Teddy bear shopping for books.
This is Jacob again. That's right. Still alive. Stuck in a fucking Valley Galleria. There's ghouls all over this place. I am screwed. I ain't got a bullet to my name. And I lost my machete in the last school in Tussle. You know, the more I think about it, it's all Charlie's fault. I never should have listened to that bastard. He's got a thing for Ella. And I'm pretty sure he just wanted me out of the way. He's the one that sent me here after those damn flowers, huh? He planned this. I swear if I get out of here, he's a dead man.
Alright, so I've done the entire mall. There are no workbenches. I could have sworn that I remembered there being one here. But, oh well. Just means I'm going to be overburdened for a little bit while I, get where I'm going. But now that I've done that daily, I can literally go back to that location and get it, every day. It won't renew itself until, like, 5 o'clock tomorrow, if I remember right. Well, 5 o'clock West Coast time. Looks like my Twitter stuff's finally slowing down a little bit. Someone compared thinking about not thinking about, but the trans stuff. They compared it to getting a tattoo. Not quite the same, but I get where they were going with it, uh, or trying to go with it. Do I have? I do. I love doing that in this freaking parking lot. It's so much fun. You gotta be real careful though, of course. There is a workbench. It's over at the Red Rocket. I just thought it was in the Galleria itself and not nearby. There's almost always a workbench with the Red Rockets. There it is. I already have a combat rifle, but it's level 20. So I'll take that one out. Alright guys, this is going to be it for tonight. I'm going to keep playing, of course. And I hope you guys had a great Easter, and I will talk at you later.